Breaking news in the tennis world. A new controversy is heating up, and this time, the conversation involves three of the biggest names in the sport: Coco Gauff, Novak Djokovic, and Iga Swiatek. Coco Gauff's former coach has reportedly pushed back against the growing debate surrounding bathroom breaks, player privacy, and how tennis stars are treated during major tournaments. And now fans are asking a serious question. Are tennis players getting too much freedom during matches? Or are the current rules simply not clear enough? With Djokovic and Swiatek also connected to the wider discussion about player treatment and privacy, this story is quickly becoming much bigger than just one bathroom break. So what is really happening? Why has Gauff's former coach entered the conversation? And could this controversy force tennis officials to rethink the rules? Let's break it all down. Tennis has always been a sport where momentum matters. One long rally can change a match. One medical timeout can change the rhythm. And even a short break away from the court can completely alter the atmosphere. That is why bathroom breaks have become such a sensitive subject in professional tennis. Players sometimes genuinely need to leave the court, but opponents and fans can sometimes question the timing, especially when a match is extremely close. That is where the controversy begins. The latest debate has now attracted attention because of comments connected to Coco Gauff's former coach, while names like Novak Djokovic and Iga Swiatek have also become part of the wider conversation about player privacy and treatment. Why this controversy is different. The biggest issue isn't simply whether a player takes a bathroom break. The real question is how the rules are enforced. Should every player receive exactly the same amount of time? Should officials have more power to determine whether a break is reasonable? And should players be allowed to leave the court at critical moments of a match? These are difficult questions. Because on one side, professional tennis is an elite sport where every second matters. But on the other side, players are human beings. They can have legitimate physical needs, and sometimes they simply cannot continue without stepping away for a moment. The challenge is creating rules that protect both sides. Djokovic enters the discussion. Novak Djokovic's name naturally attracts attention whenever player treatment becomes a major topic. As one of the most experienced players in tennis history, Djokovic has repeatedly spoken about conditions surrounding professional players. His experience gives his opinions significant weight. And when discussions involve bathroom breaks, medical timeouts, scheduling, or player privacy, fans naturally look back at previous controversies involving top stars. Some supporters believe experienced players understand how to manage these situations better than anyone. Others argue that superstar status should never influence how rules are applied. And that brings us to one of the most important points of this entire controversy. The rules should be bigger than the players. Whether you're a Grand Slam champion or a young player trying to break into the top 100, the same standards should apply. Then there is Iga Swiatek. Swiatek has also become an important voice in conversations about player privacy and the intense scrutiny that comes with professional tennis. Modern tennis players are followed almost everywhere. There are cameras during matches. There are interviews immediately after matches. There are social media clips, press conferences, behind-the-scenes footage, and constant fan commentary. That level of exposure can create difficult situations. And when private moments become public, players can feel like they have almost nowhere to escape the spotlight. That is why the privacy discussion surrounding Swiatek and other top players is important. It is not necessarily about giving athletes special treatment. It is about asking where the line should be drawn. And then we come back to Coco Gauff. Gauff has become one of the biggest stars in women's tennis. Every tournament she enters generates huge attention. Every controversial moment involving her can quickly spread across social media. And because the latest comments involve someone from her former coaching team, her name has naturally been pulled into the discussion. But fans should be careful about one thing. The former coach's comments should not automatically be treated as Coco Gauff's position. Gauff has her own views, her own team, and her own career. The connection is primarily because of the coach's previous relationship with the American star. That distinction is important. The bigger problem with bathroom breaks. The bathroom break debate isn't new. For years, tennis has tried to balance player needs with competitive fairness. The problem becomes especially complicated during long matches. Imagine a match going into a deciding set. Both players have spent hours fighting for every point. One player leaves the court. The other player is forced to wait. When play resumes, the momentum can feel completely different. Even if the break was completely legitimate, the opponent may feel frustrated. One thing is clear. This controversy is bigger than Coco Gauff. It's bigger than Djokovic. And it's bigger than Swiatek. It's about the future of professional tennis. As the sport becomes more heavily televised and players become more closely followed, privacy and competitive fairness will continue to collide. The tennis authorities will have to decide how much freedom players should have, and where the boundaries should be. And with some of the biggest names in tennis now connected to this broader conversation, fans will certainly be watching what happens next. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think tennis needs stricter bathroom break rules? Or should players have more freedom when they genuinely need a break? And what do you think about the wider discussion involving Coco Gauff, Novak Djokovic, and Iga Swiatek? Drop your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this update, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next major tennis story. We'll keep following all the latest developments surrounding Coco Gauff, Iga Swiatek, Novak Djokovic, and the WTA and ATP tours. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.